Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a tough game to get back into if you've been out of it for a while. There's so many new mechanics, rules and products, it can be quite overwhelming, so what can you do? The best way is to start again, to learn again, and have fun while you're doing it. In this series we'll be looking to create a competitive deck with sealed only products, on a budget of just £30 per week. That means no trading and no buying singles. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Rebooted. Hello, and welcome back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Rebooted, the show where I empty my bank account into the abyss dweller known as Yu-Gi-Oh! This week we continue our search for Cross Sheep in Ignition Assault, and we start looking to flesh out our side deck options in the form of the 2019 Gold Sarcophagus Megatins.
I love gold!
These golden beauties look awesome, and I can't wait to crack them open with promo cards like Nibiru the Primal Being and Dark Ruler No More being our main focus. Nibiru allows you to break your opponent's board once they summon at least 5 times in one turn, and Dark Ruler negates all effects for that turn, which is great for when your opponent builds a board against you. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Once more under the breach, dear friends. Once more.
Okay, so this week we've gotten ourselves 2 Gold Sarcophagus 2019 Megatins. Now, they came at £11.21 each. And what we're looking for within these is Nibiru the Primal Being and Dark Ruler No More, which are both promos that come with the tins. Obviously the promos are randomized, so hopefully we get them. I would love if we even pulled one of each for this episode. Also within these is the Nightmare cards, which can go really well with any Link variant. So if we start looking to go down more Link variant of our deck, they will come very much in handy. We've also gotten ourselves another 4 packs of Ignition Assault at £2.50 each. Now, the vendor that I usually get these packs from only had 4 packs left at £2.50, and I wanted to keep my pricing consistent. So, if we don't manage to pull Cross Sheep this week, we'll go again next week, and hopefully we'll pull it then. But I'm really hoping we manage to pull it from one of these 4 packs. So, without further ado, let's crack open the tins, set everything up, and then we'll start opening from there. The tins themselves will also be pretty useful for just storing things as the series goes on. But yeah, so we've got ourselves 6 2019 Mega Packs. Get these over here. Oh no, there's a dent in that. That's a shame. 6 2019 Mega Packs. These are quite heavy. I like that. So there's going to be quite a few cards in there. And obviously we've got the 4 Ignition Assault packs as well. So, let's start with the promos. These are, well, we're really hoping that we get Nibiru and Dark Ruler No More. So, let's see what we pull. There we go. So, we've got Magician of Black Chaos Max. We've got Blue Eyes Alternative Ultimate Dragon. We've got Dimension Shifter. We've got the Wind Dragon of Ra. And we have Monster Reborn. Now, to be fair, we could actually put this into our deck if we really wanted to, but look at that, that looks beautiful. I do love the, I think these are prismatic rares, this one here, it just looks beautiful, but also, like I said in the previous episode, I'm a huge fan of Blue Eyes White Dragon decks, so this will be nice to have in our collection as well. Right, next up. So we've got Neo Kaiser Glider, Red Eyes, Alternative Black Dragon, Nibiru the Primal Being, fantastic, and another Monster Reborn, and Obelisk the Tormentor. Right, so I would say that Nibiru is probably the most important card that we need out of the 2 that we're looking for in this, so I am really happy with this. We didn't manage to get the Dark Ruler No More, but obviously there is time next week. But there we go, so we've got our first Nibiru the Primal Being. So, let's start opening these up. Now, like I said, we're wanting the Nightmare packs, Nightmare cards is what we're wanting. So, let's go. We've got Altergeist Emulatelf, 0 Extra Link, Altergeist Pixel, Boy Cotton, Insector, World Legacy Nightmare, Mirror Force Launcher, Crusadia Draco, Danger Nessie. Okay, I think Nessie's hit to 1. I'm not entirely sure. I'm really bad at keeping up with the ban list, so I will have a look at this. But having a Danger is not a bad idea, and it's dark as well, so we'll put it over here. Sky Striker, Agave Dragon, Interrupt Resistor, Salaman Grey Eagle, Goki Pole, Salamangreat Falco, Galaxy Cleric. Okay. Pack number 2. I will say opening stuff is definitely my most favourite part of this series, but it has been fun dueling people online as well. Daybreak. Ooh, Sacred Noble Knight of King Nhymnim? Well, cool looking card. Incantation Pensaplume. Now that goes into the Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck as well. Danger Thunderbird, Sky Striker Kurari, and then a bunch of commons. I didn't realise that the dangers were in this, so this is actually a pretty decent set to be coming back to. So I'm glad that we're probably going to, well, we're definitely going to have to go back at it next week. So, pack number 3, and then we'll open up 2 packs of Ignition Assault, I'd say, would be a good idea. Waken the Dragon. Interesting, okay. Another Sacred Noble Knight, Sky Striker, Nightmare Corruptor, and Crusadia Maximus. What? Look at that! That is a beautiful looking card. Wow. Okay. And then a bunch of commons. We've got Spather as well. So, let's open up our first Ignition Assault. Right, so we've got Cataclysmic Crusted Calcifeeder, AI's Ritual, Kakuri Cash-In, Megalith Promotion, so not the cross sheet, Ancient Warriors, okay, and a bunch of commons. Okay, not, I was really hoping we put it on the first one, but it's fine, we keep going, oh, what did I do? So sorry, guys. Okay, so we've got a dropper, matching outfits, Herald. Yes! Oh, sorry, I didn't want to shout. Oh, wow, okay, that's, oh, this really improves the consistency of our deck, like, tenfold. Oh, this is amazing, okay. I'm so happy we pulled that. It means we don't have to go back to Ignition Assault. I mean, it'd be lovely to get the lightning storm, but that obviously I don't think that will ever happen. So we've got cross sheep. Amazing. Ooh, that is a beautiful looking card. Look at that sales pitch. Look at that. Lovely. And then Link Party. Bunch of comments. Okay, but I am super happy about that. I am super happy. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well, seeing as we've got what we needed, let's just continue opening Ignition Assault, and then we'll go back to the mega packs. Got. Oh, let's not cover up our cross sheep. Got Strike, Megalith, XYZ, AI's Ritual. What? What? I mean, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, okay. I probably wouldn't play it at 2 though. But it's good for the binder. But it's just okay. So we've got 2 cross sheep, and oh, what is that? Abominable Unchained Soul. And some comments. Okay. Well, there we go. I'll put Waken the Dragon back there. So we've got 2 cross sheep and Nibiru. Final pack of Ignition Assault. Let's see what happens. Ooh, Annihilator Archfiend. That's a nice little. We've got Plunder Patrol Ship, Moak, and Secret Rare. Guys, this has been a really good opening. Are they both Secret Rare? Am I blind? They are. We've gotten 2 Secret Rares out of 4 packs. We pulled 2 cross sheep. How is this possible? I'm not going to complain. I'm so happy that it happened. This one has the guy from the same artwork as well. God, this is amazing. 2 Secret Rares and 2 cross sheeps. Okay. So Bunch of commons. I'm really happy with that. Ignition Assault. So we're done with it. We're done with Ignition Assault. I would not go hunting for the Lightning Storm, but that is brilliant. So let's finish this off with the mega packs. Okay. Network Trap Hole. So that's the rare. Crossbreed. Vampire Sucker. Cyber Dragon Seeger. So that looks beautiful. Okay, and then a bunch of commons. Nothing can disappoint me right now. I'm really happy with what we've pulled. So okay. Second to last pack of the mega packs. Wow. Okay, so we've got Noble Arms Claret, Boycotting again, 0 extra link. It's like as soon as I pulled Boycotting, I was like, we're gonna get cross sheet. We're gonna get it. And we got 2. So power of attraction, guys. You know, law of attraction. Cyber Dragon Veer, Gookie, Insector. So Summoner, Incantation Bookstone, Thunder Dragon Titan, and a Danger Jackalope. We're pulling all the dangers. Okay. Once again, I will not complain. Thunder Dragon Titan, not bad. And then Incantation Bookstone. So that'll go straight into my, well, no, it'll go into the binder. But once this is all finished, once the series is finished, we'll put that into my Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck. Okay, last pack. I'm going to do what you're supposed to do, and that's opening it this way. I don't do that, do I? I should do that more. Okay. So we've got Restoration Point Guard, Ballista Squad, Mamamaki again, World Legacy Struggle, Trickstar Light Arena, Vendred Anima, Altergeist, Kidolga? Okay. DDD! Flame King, High King Genghis. Lovely. I've got a DDD deck as well, so that's nice. Nightmare Griffin. Fantastic. We've got one of the nightmares. This has been such a good pack opening. Okay, and then we've got Sekka's Light. So, as the secret rare. Guys, I'm really happy. We've got World Wand as well. I should really go through each common, just in case we change things. We've got Dino Wrestler, World Legacy World Wand, Cynet Fusion. So, right, well, what I'll do is I'm just going to tidy all of this up, and I'll put like a section of the cards that we pulled that we're really happy about. Okay, so there we go. So we've got a pile of, higher rarity stuff pulled from both of the, from Ignition Assault and from the tins. These will obviously go straight into our binder. These are the cards up here that, I will definitely not be putting in straight away, but I can do some test hands and see if we want to do it for the next episode, put them in. These are things, so Monster Reborn, I'm not entirely sure about Monster Reborn, but it could actually save us in the end. And it's a one-of, so I'd only put one in anyway. And if I pull it and, I've got like a Construct in the grave, I've got a Winder in the grave, I can just get them out and sort it out. But these are the really important ones. We've got one Nibiru the Primal Being, and we've got 2 Cross Sheep. I'll probably only put 1 in, but I might put the 2 in. It might be a sign. It might be a sign. I could take out one of the, because I'll be taking one Shadow Construct out to put a Cross Sheep in. I can take out one of the Shadows that I'm not using that much and put another Cross Sheep in to see what happens. Because, they might get destroyed straight away and we might not get what we need to do. So here we've got 2 Cross Sheep, Nibiru the Primal Being, a Monster Reborn Prismatic Rare. We've got 3 Dangers, Danger Nessie, Jackalope, and Thunderbird. We've got a Nightmare Griffin, and this would be an absolute tech. I'm not too sure, but you never know. So I'm really happy with today's opening. I hope you guys are too. I'll put a deck profile up this time, I promise I will, and it will have everything, all the changes and stuff. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so here we go. This is our deck after today's opening. So we've got the one Monster Reborn that's gone in that replaced the Peripera Cerberus. Now it's just because I hadn't really used it at all. It just ended up being something I discarded but never really used. And then after that, the Nibiru's gone in and it's replaced the last Unending Nightmare, which once again, when it was sided in, it was never really used. And there it is, the Cross Sheep. So we've taken out one of our Shadow Construct Link monsters, and we put in the Cross Sheep instead. We still have a second one available. I think I'd probably take out the Shekanaga, one of the Shekanagas, or one of the Apgalones for a second Cross Sheep. But for now, especially when we've got a Pot of Avarice on our deck, I think we'll stick with the one. And so let's go into a couple of duels and see what happens. Our first match is against Medolce, and they choose to go first. They start with Magellan to add a petting to hand, which specials itself as they have no monsters in grave, and once it's special, they can special another Madolche and they choose Pudding Cess. They then XZ into a glass souffle, protecting petting with its effect, and they then overlay a Chocolat à la mode onto the glass. They get Madolche's Chateau out on the field and then XZ into another glass souffle, then link into a fresh Sistar which has a built-in protect effect. They overlay into another à la mode, set 2, and pass. In my first turn I start with Lure of Darkness, drawing 2 and banishing the Knight. I then summon Mathematician, sending Squamata off its effect, which sends Wendy, which they then call by the grave. I play Monster Reborn to bring back the Squamata in defense, and play Super Poly, pitching the core in my hand, using Squamata and the à la mode to go into Shekhinaga. I enter my battle phase and attack their Sistart with Shek, which protects itself by shuffling Glass Souffle into the deck from their graveyard, which I attempt to negate with my Shekhinaga by discarding Aerial, but they activate Promenade, which negates Shek's effect, until the end of the turn. They do a few more Madolche plays to shuffle back monsters and reset a Promenade from deck, and then they kinda remind me to do this, so I banish 3 Madolches from their grave with Aerial. In their turn, they climb to a Tiramisu, which I attempt to negate with Shekhinaga, but they negate it with Promenade. Wendy then specials a beast from my deck face down, and Tiramisu then shuffles back my Mathematician and Shekhinaga. They continue to climb again to 2 Alamodes and a Sistart, which have enough attack to attack me for game due to the attack boost from Chateau, so they take game 1. Game 2, and I side in Nibiru alongside our other hand traps and back row destructions and choose to go first. I start using Shadow Fusion to go into Construct using Falco and BLS, with the Construct sending Squamata and Falco special itself face down. Squamata then sends Wendy, which specials a beast face down. I then set El Shadow Fusion and pass turn. In their turn I activate El Shadow Fusion using Beast and Falco to go into Winder, with the Beast drawing me a Shadow Fusion and Falco specialing itself face down. They activate Madolche's Salon, giving themselves an additional normal summon, and they normal summon 2 Petting Ceciles, and then XZ into Tiramisu, losing its effect to bounce my Construct. They then play Chateau, giving its Madolche's an extra 500 attack defense, enter the battle phase and attack Winder for 500 damage. The Winder goes to add back El Shadow Fusion, which they DD Crow. They then set a card and use Salon to set a Promenade from deck. In my second turn, I draw an El Shadow Fusion and flip Falco to special the Wendy face down. I then use Shadow Fusion, to which they chain Promenade, targeting Tiramisu and shuffling into the deck to negate the fusion. I then use El Shadow Fusion, using the Falco and Wendy to go into a Winder, with the Wendy specialing a beast face down. I then attack for 2,200 life points and pass turn. In their second turn, they draw a card and activate Called by the Grave, banishing my Winder in the grave to negate the Winder for the turn. Special Madolche from deck, which I ash. In my third turn, I flip the beast, drawing 2 and discarding Squamata to send Hedgehog to add Dragon to hand. I then normal the math and send a Trick Clown to special itself for 1,000 life points. I enter the battle phase and attack for game. Game 3, and they choose to go first. They don't start with what they need, so they set 1 and pass turn. In my turn, I draw a Super Poly and normal Mathematician and doing our normal play to special a beast face down. I then set Twin Twisters and Super Poly and pass turn. In their second turn, they set another back row, and in their end phase, I activate Twin Twisters to pop them both. In my second turn, I draw an Ash and flip the beast to draw 2 and discard the Twin Twisters. I normal the dragon and attack until they have 900 life points left. I then link into Cross Sheep, hoping they summon something for me to Super Poly, and then pass turn. In their third turn, they activate a Salon and pass turn, to which I just attack the game, winning our first match of the episode. Our second match is against Ignistas, and I choose to go first. I start by setting a Hedgehog and Super Poly and pass turn. In their first turn, they play Ignista Land, summon Balance the Lord and use its effect, paying 1,000 life points to summon Picari, which lets them add an AI Loved Fusion to the hand. They link into Link Karibo, to which I activate Super Poly using the Karibo and my Hedgehog to go into Winder. I forget to use Hedgehog's effect this time. They set a card and pass turn. In my second turn, I draw a Trick Clown, which I normal summon in attack mode, and enter my battle phase attacking Picari with the Clown, and attacking directly with Winder for a total of 2,600 life points. I then enter main phase 2 and link into Cross Sheep. Trick Clown specials itself for 1,000 life points, then I activate Monster Reborn to special the Winder from grave to a zone Cross Sheep points to which it activate and allows me to special Hedgehog in defense. I then pass turn, and in my end phase they activate Idol Reborn to special Picari from grave, which lets them add another Reborn to hand. In their second turn they use Love Fusion, which lets them use my Link monster and their Doshin from hand to go into Earth Golem. They enter their battle phase and attack my Winder with their Golem, and as it's attacking a special summoned monster, it attacks doubles, meaning I lose 4,500 life points. Winder adds back Core to my hand, and then Picari then attacks my Hedgehog. They enter main phase 2 and link into a Kuriboh, which lets them special an Exceed from hand, which specials another from deck, with both of their levels being 4. They Exceed into Light Dragon and use Reborn to special the Picari from grave, which lets them add a Reborn to hand. They set a card and link into Cyburst Witch, using its effect to special the Doshin from grave, and then link 5 into Firewall Dragon. Back to me, and I draw and activate Allure of Darkness, drawing Super Poly and Falco and banishing the Falco. I set Aerial and activate Super Poly using my Aerial and their Dragon to go into Winder, with Aerial then banishing 3 cards from their grave. I enter my battle phase and attack, but they chain Reborn to bring back their Golem. This is when I scoop, as next turn all they needed to do was attack. Game 2, and I side in Nibiru and my hand traps, and I choose to go first. I start with Foolish Burial, which they ash and stop me dead in my tracks. I set Clown and pass turn. In their first turn, they activate Terraforming, adding land to hand. Then they activate Signet Mining, pitching their Nibiru to add a Chi-Chi to hand, and then activate their field spell. They special the Chi-Chi from hand, which lets them add Picari to hand, which they normal summon. The Picari lets them add a Reborn to hand. They then link into Kuriboh, which lets them do their Exceed plays. They link into Cyburst Witch and Exile into Light Dragon. They then use the Witch's effect to add Paladin of the Storm and Signet Ritual to hand. They should have banished a magic card from grave, but it's not like they didn't have one, so it doesn't really matter that we both forgot. Witch then specials the Picari from grave. The Ritual summon the Paladin, reborn the Picari, and set a back row. Entering their battle phase, Paladin attacks and bounces my Clown, and then they attack directly for 1200, which lets them special the Kuriboh from grave using Dragon's effect. The Kuriboh and Witch attack for 1100 life points, and then they link into Dark Templar, which lets them special Picari and Chi-Chi from the grave. They exit into Abyss Dweller and pass turn. I tried to continue playing my third turn, but I had nothing really to go off, so this is when I scoop and accept our first defeat of the episode. Our final match is against Necros, and they choose to go first. They start with Bookstone to special another incantation monster, and they choose Talismandra, which lets them add a ritual monster to hand, in this case the Unicorn, which has recently gone back to 3 on the ban list. They then activate Chalice Slime, discarding itself to special a Candle to add Kaleidoscope to hand, which they then use to ritual summon Unicorn using the Herald in their extra deck. Herald allows them to add a ritual spell and monster to hand. They then use Necros Mirror to ritual summon Decisive Armor and pass turn. In my first turn, I draw a Foolish Burial and activate it, which they ash. I then set a Hedgehog face down and activate Super Poly using my Hedgehog and their armor to go into the Water Shadow, with Hedgehog adding a Wendy to my hand. My Shadow attacks Unicorn for 400 damage, I set Super Poly and pass turn. In their second turn, they draw and then scoop up, giving us game 1. Game 2, and this time they choose to go second. In my opening turn, I start by setting Incarnation, El Shaddai Fusion, and Core. I activate Allure of Darkness, drawing 2 and banishing the Beast. I set the Clown and pass turn. In their first turn, I activate the Core and special it in defense mode. They activate Preparation of Rites to add Unicorn to hand, and then they discard a Klauselas to add Kaleidoscope to hand, which they then use, sending the Herald from their extra deck to go into Unicorn, with the Herald adding Cycle to hand. They use Chalice Line, discarding itself to special a Pensiplume to add the Chalice Line back to hand. Then they activate Cycle to ritual summon Klauselas from their grave. They do their incantation plays to add a Trishula to hand. They then enter their battle phase and declare attack on my Core, so I activate El Shaddai Fusion using Core and Clown to go into Construct. Unicorn negates effects of monsters special from the extra deck, so the Clown specials itself for 1000 life points, and Core adds back Fusion to my hand. Their Klauselas makes Construct attack 0, so it gets destroyed by Unicorn, and I take 2300 damage with the Construct adding Core back to my hand. In their end phase, I activate Incarnation to special the Construct from grave, and since it was special from the grave and not the extra deck, it does our play to special Beast face down. They activate an Ashen response, which is quite late, which they admit, and I decide to let it go through, although I probably could have refused it. In my second turn, I draw a Dragon, switch the Construct into attack, and set Core and then activate El Shaddai Fusion using Dragon and Clown to go into another Construct. I normal summon the Clown in my hand and attack the Klauselas with my middle Construct, to which they chain its effect to make my other Construct attack 0 for the rest of the turn. Clown then attacks the Talismandra and I pass turn. In their second turn, they climb to a Klauselas and a Necros Trishula, but they're not able to get its effects off because it requires you to banish exactly 1 card from your opponent's deck, hand and grave, but I don't have any cards in the hand. They enter their battle phase with the Klaus making a Construct attack 0, they then attack and destroy it with Trish for 2700 life points, and the Construct adds back Incarnation to hand. They then attack my Clown for 700 life points and end turn. In my third turn, I draw a Shadow Fusion and activate Core in attack position. I then enter my battle phase and attack their Klaus with my Core, to which they chain and make my Construct 0 attack. In main phase 2, I activate Shadow Fusion using Construct and Core to go into another Construct, with the Core adding back El Shadow Fusion and the Construct adding back the Core, so I set them both and pass turn. In their turn, I activate Incarnation to revive my Construct in defense using its effect to run our play to special summon Beast face down, and they pass turn after adding Cycle to hand. In my 4th turn, I draw a strike, which I set but I can't use. I flip the beast, drawing 2 and discarding Falco to special itself face down. I then use Pot of Avarice to shuffle 5 monsters from my grave back into my deck, and then draw 2. I activate Super Poly using their Unicorn and my Falco to go into the Water Shadow, which stops them from ritual summoning. Now with Unicorn off the board, my monsters have their effects back. I activate Core to special hit and attack. I enter my battle phase, clear their board, and attack for 2,800 life points. I then activate El Shadow Fusion to go into Window to attack for another 2,200 life points, and pass turn. They then scoop in their turn, giving us a record of 2 wins and 1 loss today. So after today's duels, we've learnt that Cross Sheep is effective at getting more bodies onto the board, which will be great for link plays further down the line. What we need now is a way to consistently fuse our monsters and not rely on Super Poly to break our opponent's boards. After spending a total of £32.42 of our £35 budget this week, we have £2.58 to be carried over to next week. Also, after winning a total of 4 games in 3 matches, we've earned an additional £4 for next week's budget. This means we'll have a total of £36.58 next week to play with. We'll definitely be opening a couple of Megatins next week, and we'll be looking to improve our fusion consistency. As usual, please subscribe to the channel if you want to stay informed about when the next video will be going up, like the video and share amongst your friends, and if you have any suggestions about the deck going forward, please leave them in the comments below. See you next week, and stay safe.